to The Letters, rediscovering the art of courtship. My name is Sylvie Hill, and I'll be your host on a very unique journey. Here at beautiful Kicking Horse Mountain Resort in spectacular British Columbia, 10 men will set out to court a mysterious young woman known to them only as Roxanne. But with one very romantic twist, they must do it all with the power of the pen. The suitors will never see Roxanne in person, nor she them. They'll use pen names to mask their identities as they embark on an exciting adventure, filled with stunning scenery, compelling challenges, and potent prose. Let's meet our 10 suitors.
If, there's nothing upstairs or there's no mutual interest, there's nothing in common, obviously, all the physical attraction in the world isn't going to help to hold anything together.
Ideal would be well, first of all, a girl with a sense of humor. I'm a pretty crazy guy.
Same moral values that I have, same ethics, same general interests. A lot of the people that I'm naturally attracted to share those traits.
I guess I'm a little old-fashioned. Just doing the little things for your better half.
I like maturity. I don't like a woman that acts, like she's 17 years old or 19 years old or what have you and wants to party all the time. And
I have the dream of one day falling in love and meeting Mrs. Right, so I guess that boils down to the core of being romantic.
Somebody who I can't take home to my parents, I'm not gonna take home.
When you're in ministry like I am, you need someone who is your partner, equally, definitely your partner, because she's in ministry as well.
For whatever reason, I'm kind of more attracted to the older women now. There's something about older women, maybe it's more of a challenge.
Everybody is so fixed on a physical that they never actually get to know anyone.
But who is this captivating young woman known as Roxanne?
Hi, I'm Lisa Boykin. I'm 33 years old, and I was born in Interior, BC, and I currently reside here in Calgary, and I've been living here for about 15 years. Career was definitely the #1 focus, but as I take this kind of shift in life, I just really want somebody to share my life with, to find someone to inspire me and to be a team and to really kind of go through life together. My memories of childhood are very fond. I was a performer my whole life. So I've always wanted to be in the center stage. I love the attention, and that's just who I am. Salsa is just such an amazing dance. I've only just started to learn it, so I'm not as good as I want to be. But it's sexy, it's hot, it's fun, and the music just moves you, and it's just absolutely amazing. I'm raring to go.
Welcome, gentlemen, to the Kicking Horse Mountain Resort. Over the next few weeks, your challenge is to court a mysterious young woman who will be known to you only as Roxanne. And your courtship will not be easy. Ultimately, your survival hinges on your words. The letters you write, the ones that Roxanne reads, are either going to persuade her to keep you or to let you go. And make no mistake, every week, one of you will go. So, gentlemen, have a great sleep, for tomorrow, your courtship begins. Good morning, suitors. I trust all of you took my advice from yesterday and had a very early evening in. Yeah. Very peaceful. Gentlemen, I'd like you to meet Roxanne.
Hello, suitors. I'm very excited to be here, as I'm sure you are too. I know this might seem a bit strange and mysterious, but remember, we're on this amazing journey here together. I'm very passionate. I just love to live life to the absolute fullest, and I'm looking for somebody who is thinking the same way. Good luck on your first field task. My advice to you would be, stay the course, and you will get there.
The suitors will don snowshoes and race to 3 different stations where they must solve riddles about Roxanne. Several suitors will be eliminated at each station until only 3 remain to figure out the final riddle. Cecilia Louie Ralston is a snowshoe instructor here at Kicking Horse Mountain Resort. She's going to give the guys a few pointers before the big race.
So what you want to do is step into the binding with your boot and have your toe at the very front where the claws start. So there's no left or right, and you want to try to center your heel over the middle of the snowshoe. Just go up the hill and come back down a little, just get a feel for the gait and the walk.
There we go, Baudelaire's in the lead, then we've got, who is that? Number 2, Coleridge, we've got Wild, and look at these guys slowly inching up there. Poe, Longfellow. Are you ready, gentlemen? Get ready, get set, go!
It's a cup made from something more delectable than ceramic. It's filled with a concoction that elephants would love. What is my favorite sweet treat?
Baudelaire, you're making it to station 2. Congratulations. Browning, you're on to station 2. Congratulations. So Shelley, you are right on with the answer. You're making it to station 2. Finally in 4th position, we just got something in from Blake. Blake, you're making it to station 2. Congratulations. And for the 5th suitor who's going to be making it to station 2, Longfellow, you're in. The other suitors, you're out of the challenge. Baudelaire's in the lead, coming to station 2. Good job, Baudelaire. We've got Blake and Longfellow in the lead, Browning, and we've got Shelley trailing.
You can add them to a cake that isn't tall. You can dip them, but I like them freshly picked. What is my favorite fruit treat?
Solve this riddle, boys. Here we go. Excellent. Congratulations, Baudelaire. You're going to station 3. Browning, you've got the right answer. You're on to station number 3. And Longfellow, you've got the right answer. You're on your way to station 3. Congratulations, gentlemen. I'm sorry, Shelley. Blake, you're not going to station 3.
It's often consumed with a toast, but not the whole wheat kind. What is my favorite fermented grape bubbly?
Good luck, gentlemen. Tension's on. I'm waiting here to get your answer to the riddle. It's coming from Baudelaire. Baudelaire, I can't read it. It looks Japanese. We've got an answer from Browning. Browning, you win. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'm sorry you weren't fast enough.
When you're trying to get down there and just trying to put what you need to do down on paper, I just couldn't do it. It's just disappointing, but I hope Roxanne hears about my valiant effort.
I think the finishes were always the hardest because what you're seeing is stars when you get to the end. Trying to read the riddle and write as fast as you can.
It's just, try not to mess up and beat him at the table.
Congratulations, Browning, on winning the very first field challenge. You're going to win a meeting with Roxanne.
What's a joke you could tell me or something funny that would make me laugh?
Geez, I'm running a blank here.
Roxanne Browning was the winner of today's field challenge. You'll now have the opportunity to ask each other 2 questions, alternating one at a time. You can ask about your real names, your physical appearance, age, place of employment, or where either of you live.
Hello, Browning.
Hi, Roxanne. How you doing?
I really like a guy with a sense of humor. What's a joke you could tell me or something funny that would make me laugh?
If you're out last night, you had a laugh at the guys. Geez, I'm running a blank here. There's kind of a cowboy guy in the crew, so we were making fun of him last night. And so it was the 3 biggest lies that a cowboy tells. And one is, yep, won this belt buckle at a rodeo. Next one's, honest, my truck's paid for. And then, listen, I was just helping that cow over the fence.
Good job.
I'd like to know, I guess, A, do you define yourself as a sensual person? And if so, what things give you pleasure in life?
That's a great question. I would definitely consider myself a sensual person, and there are a lot of things that give me pleasure in life. Some of the more sensual things are massages. I'm really big on massages, so I get a massage every week. And of course, all the finer things like you know, jewelry and fine clothes and nice car and stuff like that. I thought that the questions that Browning asked me were really thought out and made me think about my answers and told me a lot about him, actually, so I thought they were great.
You gotta kind of think on the spot and come up with something, and that's not always easy, you know? It feels like a job interview or something that you know, hopefully I'll get the job, you know, waiting for the call back.
Men who are really quick on their feet and really witty and quick, I really like that. So I didn't get a great sense of that, unfortunately, but again, you know, he seems like a really great person, so.
I don't think I'll tell the other suitors everything that I heard. I mean, I might tell them a thing or two just to throw them a bone and give them something to think about. But, you know, I might end up lying to them a little bit, too, just to throw them off their game.
This morning, you raced in snowshoes to solve 3 riddles. But now, the snowshoes have come off, and it's time for the creative caps to come on. You're going to write a mystery story, a short mystery story, where you're going to cast yourself as a thief or a detective. Now, here is the premise. A precious original manuscript of the play Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare has gone missing. The thief is the prime suspect, and the police detective is on the case. Whichever character you choose for yourself, Roxanne must be cast as the other character. I know many of you have not tried creative writing in the past, so we have a little help from a professional mystery writer. Allow me to introduce you to Deborah Nicholson.
Hey, nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. Deborah Nicholson is the author of the Kate Carpenter Mystery Series about a theater manager who solves murders on the side.
You first of all have to decide who's the police officer and who's the thief. Then you have to imbue them with the characteristics that are not only true to yourself, but will make Roxanne think your story is the most amazing story she's ever read.
What are some plot elements in a mystery that are standardized to help move things along? I mean, we have a tight timeline on this, and
absolutely,
we're all obviously going to be under stress to get it done.
You have to open with a bang, okay? Your opening, there has to be something that's going to catch the reader. It doesn't have to be the crime. It has to be an event, though. It has to be something big. So you gotta think basically about how you can make your thief a lovable person, regardless of whether it's her or whether it's yourself. That's a huge, huge thing right there. You gotta hook the audience. You gotta bring your characters to life. You gotta make people love them for whatever reasons, even if they're bad. Like, really try and let your imaginations run when you're setting this up. It doesn't have to be the theft. You could be set 40 years in the future in an old age home, talking to somebody over dinner, and it turns out that these lives intersected or something. There's sort of like no end of where this can be. And then after you've done all that, you find true love, you live happily ever after.
The suitors have 90 minutes to write their short mystery stories.
I think a lot of the other guys were kind of rattled with the time being an issue. I myself took my time with the process. I wanted to concentrate on quality versus quantity, and I wanted to make sure that my good copy was legible.
It's a test of just trying to remain calm when you're under all this pressure just to get your ideas down on page.
I don't think I did very good on the writing task. I started off pretty good, I think. I didn't get to finish the story. I hope I get something across to her.
I read a lot of mystery novels, and I think I had maybe a bit of an edge on the other guys with that because I read at least one every couple weeks.
I've never read a mystery book, so it was very interesting to try to write a short story. I thought it was really fun and extremely hard to get started.
I think I wrote a great story. I wrote a killer story. I was in the middle. This was to be an epic adventure. This was sort of a cross between the Thomas Crown Affairs and Jane Bond. That's what I was writing. And next thing you know, time's up.
So your job, Roxanne, is to read through these letters, these stories, and decide who stays and who goes. So it will be your first Dear John letter. How do you feel about voting someone off or eliminating someone?
It's kind of scary, just because it is the first one of many difficult eliminations that I will have to do. But it just means I'll get closer to the end and hopefully finding the one that I choose to be with.
Free from the lights of the city, away from prying eyes.
The door clicked open with a sudden snap. The dark figure crept through the door, walking across the magnificent room, past the Ming Dynasty vases, past the nice statues, and past the Monets.
The doctor pauses as Samuel slumps into his chair. "How much is it going to cost, Doc?" asked Samuel with a sigh. $75,000, he replied.
The window for recovery is so tight that if you're not on the trail within 12 hours, it'll be on the other side of the planet.
The joy we felt when we first met the scroll was replaced by each other's love. With a simple kiss on the neck or dancing fingers on her back, the initial feeling of awe and bliss was still present through the power of our love.
How cool is that?
It was a cool and calm Saturday evening as Oscar Wilde leaves his volunteer position at the museum, when all of a sudden his life takes a turn for the worse.
It's really, really hard to read.
I can't read this.
Oscar,
oh, she's gonna have a good time reading this.
She tasted as good as she looked, and Browning could feel his desire grow as he forced himself to pull his mouth away.
It's kind of passionate. I kind of like his writing. It's passionate.
Hope I'm not one of the guys to go home, but right now I think I really think it's a lottery. It's just could be anybody out of the hat.
I don't think I'll be going home because I'm happy with what I did. I think it'll be reflected in my work. I think it's gonna cause me to stay in this game.
Suitors, we're here today to find out who Roxanne has invited to stay and who she's asked to go. And now the moment has arrived. Browning, Baudelaire, Burns, and I would ask that Blake please approach the table.
It's pretty intense being up there and not really knowing if it could be you or not. So yeah, emotions do run high.
Shelley, you could back up.
My strategy has been simple from the beginning, and I'm gonna stick to it. Last night it was just keep everything simple and make sure that you do everything opposite of what everyone else is doing.
Congratulations, gentlemen. You survived to write another day. Please step by the fireplace. Coleridge, Longfellow, Poe, and Whitman, please approach the table. You may open your letterboxes.
When you show up for your elimination round and standing there with everybody, realizing that you might be the next guy to go home is right there.
When you're standing up there it sort of hits you in a way that you're not expecting when you're on your way here. So there is definitely more of a feeling like, oh, it is a reality.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Please join the other suitors. Wild and Shelley, I would ask that you approach the table. Please open your mailboxes, read your letters. Will the Dear John please declare himself?
Did I do the right thing, or was that right, or maybe because they could just have an off day of writing, you know, and so yeah, it's I have frequent thoughts of regret.
Wild and Shelley, I would ask that you approach the table. Please open your mailboxes, read your letters. Will the Dear John please declare himself?
That would be me.
Wild, Shelley, congratulations. You stay to live on another day. Will you please join the other suitors by the fireplace? Wild, I'm sorry. Your journey ends here. Now we'll ask you that you say goodbye to the suitors and then pack your things and leave the Kicking Horse Resort. Goodbye.
Dear John, first of all, I would like to thank you so much for your letter. I can tell you put a lot of effort into it, for which I totally appreciate. This is a very difficult decision for me. I just didn't connect with you through your letter as I did with the others. I know you will find your Roxanne out there. Good luck.
Definitely surprised, a little disappointed to be the first one off the letters for sure. Would have been nice to have a nice finished copy, something neat, something tidy. Overall, great experience. I just wish I would have been here a little bit longer.
Next time on The Letters. The suitors go a little bit country, and Roxanne forgets to bring her earplugs.